It's Madden NFL 24.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Apparently this defense is coming to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. There might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Wan'Dale Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off play action, Richardson.
And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, this defense for the Texans very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
That's a Titans touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
66 yards.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Richardson.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Racing to the end zone.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Jackson now to return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston set to take over. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running them.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow, blue, check. Black swap, check, pink.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Able to slither by. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Here we go.
First down, Titans.
Set.
Looking to throw. Faulkner. That one into the hands of Flowers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Let's
and
go.
4 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun. Faulkner. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hayes. His first catch. Good for 9 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Saquon Barkley, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check this.
Robinson up the middle. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Go.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Set it. Ready.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Here we go, set.
And the Titans first down.
Set, go.
In motion left, Flowers.
Ready?
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's Barkley. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Blaster, sit. Set.
Operating from the gun, Faulkner. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Set, ready.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hut, hut.
Back to throw, Faulkner. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
Hut, hut.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Set.
Up the middle with Barkley. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Now, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Ready?
Richardson going on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, Faulkner. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On the ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Ready.
Again, it's Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Ready?
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On third down, Robinson.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Richardson to throw.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, And that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
41 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Robinson with another carry.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turtle.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Wan'Dale Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Titans are pouring it on.
Check. Chop alert.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Texans 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, go.
Looking to throw. Faulkner.
Throw caught by Flowers.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Claws ready. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Faulkner.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go.
1st down, Tennessee.
6. Mega. Ready.
On 1st and 10. Faulkner. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Number 19, Kadarius Toney. It's a gain of 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Third down.
Set, cut.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Barkley, inside handoff. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Titans just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Texans 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That one good for 37 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw, and it all comes together for big yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Richardson off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Richardson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready?
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to the air with Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down, here's Richardson. That's complete to Dobbs. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll run with Robinson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He was brought down by Deontay Banks. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Titans' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and goal. Richardson working from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Jackson now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Richardson to throw again after the pick 6. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Come on.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
Off play action, Richardson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Richardson to throw off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here Richardson yet again. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now Moody for the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Set. Ready.
Here's 3rd and 10. Off play action. Faulkner under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On now is the Titans punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Texans will take over. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Ready.
In motion right, that's Dell. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Go.
Play action. Now Richardson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They go play action with Richardson. That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Moody good with the extra point. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Texans 24. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Stand, go, yellow, Lonnie.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
On the double.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.